Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, Ed, thanks for a few minutes of your time. Back over to Jacob Turner. Go ahead, Jake.
Hey, I appreciate you doing this, man. Can you walk us through how the O-line's looking? I know you guys just have a ton of experience returning all the starters, but as a whole, how has that group kind of looked during the spring, and how are you guys developing down there?
Said this spring the O-line looked the best it's ever been since I've been here. Coach Cyril said he said that it's been looking as good as he was on that LSU team that he coached back in the day. And we got more depth now with guys like Kieran Johnson, my boy William Barnes. He's stepping up. We got like up to 8 guys just playing real well. And we got all the younger guys coming along like Ordano and Malik. So the depth looking real good right now, I would say.
William Barnes' name is, and you just mentioned it, but his name has been tossed around a lot by guys and some of the coaches as well. What's different about him right now than maybe in previous seasons? What are you kind of noticing in that respect?
What I've noticed about Will is just the way he's carrying himself. Like he's changed his diet. He's working out different. He's every practice he's giving it all he got. He's giving more effort. All the coaches are realizing what he do. Head coach, position coaches. Like I'm just proud of him. He's doing a good job.
Thanks, Ed.
Greg Barnes, go ahead.
Hey, Ed, you received a lot of praise from Mac Brown last training camp and early in the season. And then you talked about how just consistency was what you really needed to work on. How do you feel you've made strides in that regard?
Something I'm still working on, I'm gonna be honest. The beginning of the spring, I was real good. Right now, I'm a little bit off right now. And I could blame it on my injury, but I gotta fight through that, you know. But that's something I'm working on going into this fall camp coming up. But we got to finish off this spring, just learn from all the older guys, and just like take coaching, everything will work out.
So when we hear the word consistency, that can mean a lot of different things. What does it mean for your situation?
My situation, I have to be like, you know, all the time type of guy. You know, like there's plays I do real good, there's plays I mess up on. It can be like, but it's all mental. It's like, because I have the physical tools. I feel like it's just that it's all in my head sometimes. So bring it out.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
C.L. Brown.
Hey Ed, we've heard a lot about the versatility and depth of the line developing. I was curious how will that actually play out? Like, will you guys, since you have the depth now, will you have specialists almost like say a short yardage situation? Would that be a different offensive line package than necessarily, you know, the every down kind of starters?
That's a game plan that Coach Heroes would make, but I feel like with the depth we got now, everybody on the O line would get to play 100%. Like whenever someone gets tired, you just put the next guy in, and he'll be able to go full speed. It's better than the guy before him being like 60%, like he's tired. That's what I think about that one.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Ross Martin.
Hey, Ed. Jonathan Adorno is a younger guy you mentioned, and we kind of heard his name the last 2 years. What has he done? What does he do well? What has he done to kind of get into that spot where he can be a depth role player on the offensive line?
You know, he's just being like, you know, a real physical player. Like today, he pulled on a counter play. He like kept driving this guy to the ground. Like sometimes he's like similar to me because he has some mental problems. Like he's real good, and then he's just overthinking, you know. But he plays so physical. He's like can't play him. He's like a part of the rotation.
What have you seen from Diego Pounds?
He's raw, you know. He's the right tackle. He had a lot to learn, but he's gonna be real good. Like he got size, strength, and all the physical tools. He's gonna be real good. He just needs to keep working. Going into this fall camp, I think he's gonna do real good.
Great, thank you.
All right, Ed. Thanks for your time. We appreciate it.
All right, guys.